This still weighs on me. My mom was abusive growing up. It got bad enough that at 12 I left home through the courts and moved in with my dad. On the court paperwork under name of child, she wrote, "I have no son." I have carried that with me ever since. I had little contact with her for years. I am now almost 40. I spent over 20 years drinking heavily and finally got sober. That is when I made an effort to reconnect with my family, including my mom. Reconnecting was not easy. When I asked if she ever reflected on the abuse, she told me I was an adult and needed to let it go already. That was a turning point. I realized any forgiveness would be one-sided. If I wanted peace, it was on me. Since then, our relationship has been rocky but present. Last summer, I invited her to my city to see a band she has loved since I was young. The plan was simple. She would arrive on Wednesday. We would go to the concert on Thursday. She would fly out on Friday. When she arrived, she mentioned she had only bought a one-way ticket. She said she would book the Friday flight later. That made me uneasy. Friday came. The concert was fine. Then she told me she still had not bought a plane ticket. Now with prices higher, she planned to stay a few extra days while I was away. I told her plainly I am leaving at 5 a.m. tomorrow. You need to get on that plane. I even offered to cover the extra cost. She refused and invited herself to stay at my place. I said I was not comfortable with anyone staying in my home while I was not there. She accused me of not trusting her and said she was my mother. I said it was not about trust. I just did not want anyone in my house. The argument escalated. Finally, she said, "Fine, take me to the airport." I think she expected me to cave. I did not. I packed the car and drove her to the airport in silence. When we arrived, it felt like a standoff. I took her bag out and set it on the curb. I told her, "If you cannot find a ticket, let me know. I can help you pay for a hotel." Then I left. Months later, I am still thinking about it. I do not think I stranded my mom with no options. I offered to cover the cost of the flight and a hotel. But I did leave her at the airport knowing she had not booked a ticket.